Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. As I always say, this is Karen, Lavender Clothesline, and today we're going to talk about bread and butter items that have really been selling well in my store. So I'm going to show you some screenshots. I do report back on my Instagram of what things are selling for. I might give tips and tricks along the way, but grab yourself something to drink, settle in, and let's get started. So today I want to talk about items that have sold that other people might be passing by. These are items that might be kind of bread and butter. They might be names that we feel are saturated, or items that aren't even branded. I want to share with you my thinking on when I find these items, what my initial reaction is, and why I'm putting most of these right in my cart. These are all solds, and I feel they brought really good money in a category that might be overlooked. So let's get started, and I think that you'll get the idea of what I'm talking about. This first top is FLAX. Now, years ago, FLAX was considered a woohoo and everybody wanted to pick it up. And recently I've heard quite a few times that a lot of resellers are passing this over. Now, this top here, I got $41.99 for, and I paid $4. The reason I picked it up was because it was a size large, it was ivory, very good condition, and it had a beachy look to it. As you can see, I used Laganlook as my keyword, which that term has even been overused, but I think it still brings attention. So that's why I picked that top up. The next item is very controversial. Some sellers will say that they don't pick up Afghans at all. These are hand crocheted or knitted, and other sellers pick up as many as they can find. My thinking is first and foremost the workmanship, next the colorway, third the pattern. So within this grouping that I'm going to be showing you are 3 Afghans, and each one I'll take and tell you why I picked it up. This first one was a Chevron zigzag Afghan. I sell quite a few of the zigzag print. I do take a look at the combination of colors and try to think to myself where the average buyer would use this in their home and what type of buyer I might have. So this one here I pictured in a girl's room, in a country room, country decorated room, and sure enough it sold. Like I said, I got $32.39 for it, and I paid $2.50. It's really important to look for workmanship that is done very well, where the stitches are even and there are no loose areas. You want to look for work that has been done by a very seasoned crocheter or knitter, if we can put it that way. This next Afghan, again, is done in the Chevron print. Look at the workmanship on this. I'm not sure if this is even going to translate onto a video of how good this was. I did not find one stitch out of place. Stunning. And Chevron, again, with beautiful colors. I used cool colors. Now, I don't know if that made any difference, but $42.84. Again, I paid $2.50. And this third Afghan, look at this. How spectacular is this? I hope I haven't shown this before. I'm losing track of what I have put in videos and what I haven't. But if I did, forgive me, this bears repeating. $36.74. Who wouldn't want to bring this out on a chilly 4th of July night? I loved this Afghan, and whoever made it did a stunning job. The next type of item that I want to talk about is cashmere. Cashmere always brings the money for me, as long as it's in really good condition and doesn't have pilling or off smells or whatever. Here I'm going to show you a few cashmere sweaters. We'll see that basically there's the same style, but there's also a coat thrown in there. So this one, I'm not going to even try to say that last name. I had never heard of that last name. $29.92. And again, this is just hanging within the black clothing on a rack. I just run my hand along the edges. I've learned to feel cashmere very quickly. I take a quick look at it in my cart. Literally, guys, I'm touching this sweater for all of maybe 2 minutes between throwing it in my cart and photographing it, and they sell very well. Here again, now this one I recognize, Bloomingdale's, of course, but Colorblock. I thought this was really pretty, $41.92 cashmere. Now, I think if it was an off-brand or a brand we didn't recognize, it would bring probably in the low to mid-30s category. but the quality of this cashmere was beautiful, and I was thrilled with this sal. Here is another cashmere item that I just felt by touch. Took a look at the condition, because with coats especially, condition is really important. This is Metropolitan View from Italy. So once I see it's from Italy and it's cashmere, as long as it's in fairly good condition, I grab it. $44.16, and I did pay, I believe, $7.50 for this one. Here's a pair of sneakers. Like I always say, I know nothing about sneakers. I wish I did. I wish I could learn footwear better. I think my knowledge of leather footwear is way better than my knowledge of sneakers, but I always give it a try. The great thing to me about Nike or Air Jordans is they're very identifiable. So all you have to do is put the number that's on the tag into a search, and the title of what style it is comes up. $79.20, and I paid $7.97. I'm not quite sure why everybody was passing these up, but I thought they were great. This next item was not branded. It just said single needle tailoring in the inside, but this I bought definitely for the print. I love this print. I think a lot of people can identify this type of print. I think boys' pajamas back in the day, I'm going to say maybe in the 50s or 60s, were made in this type of print. $49.32, and you're not going to find this on a bolo list. So I said absolutely yes, just beautiful. The next few items are going to be typical mall brands that a lot of sellers considered oversaturated, and they won't pick up the brand. I judge each piece by the quality, whether it came from the retail store of that brand or the outlet store. Not to say that I wouldn't pick up an outlet branded item, say in Banana Republic or Ann Taylor, but I have more of a tendency to gravitate towards the items from the retail store. You really want to learn the different tags. Most of the outlet tags will have 2 dots or 3 dots or diamonds. You'll see on a tag, if you see little dots underneath the brand name, most times that denotes an outlet item. Here we have Banana Republic. This is the retail store, and $55 I got for this jacket. Again, everybody just passing this item by is just fine with me. So I really like the bread and butter items that are beautifully made. This one with the white piping on the jacket edges was just stunning, and this sold fairly quickly. The next item, Eileen Fisher, again, used to be a real woohoo. It got very saturated, so I judge each piece individually. This is a linen skirt, and it was just beautiful. The quality of the linen was just stunning. Now, black is very hard to photograph, so it really needs good descriptive words and a good description in the listing. This one brought $61.95, and I paid $4.25. The next skirt, just beautiful, Ann Taylor. But see how I used the word retail after it? Retail denotes that this is not an outlet item. Items made for the brand's retail stores are generally better quality. So sometimes these brands will use the same patterns or the same looks for the items they're creating for the outlet, but the quality is not the same. So when I have a higher quality item, I make sure to use the word retail or black label, anything that will let the buyer know this came from the higher end retail store. $31.34, and I paid $4.50. I wanted to quickly show you this type of sweater. I buy these sweaters and sell them often. I consider this a tennis sweater. I really don't know if that's the official title, but it's a V-neck with striping around the neck, cuffs, and around the bottom. Usually has ribbed cuffs and hem. $31.88. This was a vintage one, so I didn't recognize anything that the label said except for the size and that it was a sweater maybe. I do well with these sweaters as long as they're in good shape. I pick them up always. Here's another item that's not branded. I bought this solely for the pom-poms. I mean, how fun is that? The bell sleeve with the colored pom-poms. Just how could you be sad wearing a blouse like this? I should have kept this for myself, I think, but I think those pom-poms would drive me crazy. But I thought it was beautiful. This was new. Again, no branding found on it anywhere. $32.35, and I paid $4.75. This is one of those brands that's saturated, but I still pick up each one based on its own merit. And I considered this a military style jacket. This is Cabi, and Cabi has older tags and newer tags. So I have a tendency to pick up more of the newer tag and less of the older tag, unless it's really good workmanship and the style is really nice. $54.95, and I believe I paid $7.50 for this jacket. This next jacket is Ralph Lauren, and I love this jacket. I call this a barn jacket, which I don't know, I think I just made that up, but this is more to me of an equestrian, somebody riding a horse out in the country, true Ralph Lauren style, $47.95, and it was wool. You would think a lot of people don't want to wear wool, that it might be itchy, but I think buyers know that Ralph Lauren would not make a jacket go through all of this styling and work and create like something that was unwearable. So I think the buyer is educated, and I don't even bother putting that it's soft or not itchy, because it might be itchy to some people. But $47.95, I was really happy with this profit, and this I paid $6.50 for. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and as always, go out and get what's yours.